What's up, Starcraft fans? It is Monday, 2 AM in Manila. That means it's time for the weekly mutation. So this week we have Flipping Out. It is indeed that annoying mutation on Chain of Ascension. I'm playing this time as Stukov. You can have a look at my masteries. Volatile Infested, Apocalypse Cooldown, and Infested Infantry Duration. That means I'll be going for bunkers. And that actually already did this mutation with Hunter. So what you'll be watching is this replay here on the Asia server. So, he played as Abathur, and you will see here that he sort of went for the normal Abathur build of Brutalisk, Leviathans, and air units. The reason I'm doing this mutation on the replay rather than talking live is not because it's too difficult, but because there were actually people in the room at the time when I did this mutation, so I cannot actually record. And yeah, I am actually trying to see if doing it in the replay will disable Vertigo, but it turns out that it doesn't. You can at least have the production tab open, and that will allow us to see what each commander is building. This may not have been a good decision. But anyway, you can see that Hunter is currently supply capped actually. So he made a bunch more drones after getting the Overlord out. Meanwhile, I'm just getting a bunch of SCVs. Nothing special. Yeah, I'm sending out an SCV so I can go for a command center first. I want to get my economy as fast as possible because as Stukov, you want to ramp up your bunkers after you get your economy so that you will have the most income to work with to make the most bunkers as possible. So Hunter is using, he made a fast Roach Warren so he can get that Brutalisk out, and they actually suggested that he use Toxic Nest to clear out this area of Zerglings so that he will get free biomass early on. So there's not actually much happening right now. I'm just getting a barracks. You can see the production time. So let's speed up. Let's speed up a little bit. Yeah, we're just getting our stuff. Yeah, here I do suggest that he use Toxic Nest, but he doesn't seem to have a great roll on those respawns. Okay, this one respawned, but yeah, there he goes. Okay, now I think he is making a roach. Yeah, there it is. Meanwhile, I'm making a bunker over here at this location. As soon as I get enough creep. Any second now. There we go. So, the first wave should be coming in soon. There's the attack wave over there. Our enemy in this run will be Skyzerg. That means Mutalisk and Broodlords, but not the Baneling Scourge one. See, the first wave will tell you that the enemy will be Sky-based. If it's Zerglings, it will either be Mutalisks or Baneling Scourge. So I use the Apocalypse here on the attack wave. I'm going to use a what's it called? Burrow Charge. I'm gonna use a Burrow Charge here. Okay, my ICV got a little feared, but not a problem. Okay, this overseer might be a little bit of problem. But I use the Apocalypse to also clear out this area, so I can get an expansion up. The SCV is already, the command center is already waiting and ready. We just need to clear this out so that our expansion will be safe from the enemy. You see Hunter's Roach here, just waiting to go. He's also researching or upgrading level 1 missile attacks for his Brutalisks. You see we are pushing Jinagar a little bit here. He has not taken this expansion, and as Abathur, the expansion is not quite as critical as it is for Stukov. That is because your main strength lies in your ultimate evolutions and biomass rather than expansions. So I will get, I'm steadily getting more bunkers here. So I can defend this front as well as push Jinagar. So I do have the Alexander, but I do save it for the second wave. The second wave on Chain of Ascension is quite difficult to manage. By the way, you can see that I'm getting the upgrade, the range upgrade for my infested. I'm also getting some refineries. Hunter is clearing out his expansion, so we can also take that base, get that extra income for his Mutalisks. That fear blocking the drone. I didn't actually see this. Apparently he did. So I'm directing my infested here because A, the second wave will come there since the first wave came here. They just alternate. And B, there's a base here that I will want to clear out before the first hybrid spawn. So I just have my bunkers here, just sort of spawning free units. And what I am doing is, well, not right now, but I am getting upgrades for my infested. But I will want to saturate this area first. You see, I'm also defending this area. Those bunkers are shooting down the overseers. And the Alexander is clearing out this area of those enemies. It doesn't need to be macroed, it just grabs things automatically with its tentacles and shoots the infested without me controlling anything. The downside is, of course, now that the enemy is gone, it's just sitting here unused. So I was sort of focusing elsewhere. Yeah, now I see it. Where was I looking? Yeah, let's follow my camera. So I'm just moving my bunkers over there. Yeah, I do send my Alexander here, but the unfortunate thing is that it's sort of timed out, so it just crash landed here, but it is still spawning those free infested, which will run at the enemy. So my infested are still pushing Jinagar, but my ally doesn't seem to be interested in pushing just yet. However, we are clearing out this area. You can see his Brulis are dealing a lot of damage, and now the first hybrids do spawn here. There we go, my first Apocalypse, or my second rather, goes out and does damage to these guys. You can see its missile barrages do take care of those Mutalisks, well, most of them anyway. There goes that hybrid behemoth, and now Abathur's Brulis come out to help, and those things stand no chance versus Ultimate Illusions and this monstrosity over here. I do signal that I am pushing Jinagar. Of course, I do that passively, because Stukov just basically sends everything everywhere. Or not everywhere, just to this location in particular. So I do send my Apocalypse here. Oh, that's unfortunate. just as it launched the missile barrage, it times out. Avatar is getting some green glaive for his Mutalisks, as expected. He also is getting... Ooh, he's getting transfused for my bunkers. This thing here will allow Abathur's queens to heal mech as well as bio. That means he is getting it for me. How nice of him! I did notice that the first time. I am getting this upgrade. Where? This one is... No, it's not here. Where is that? Yeah. Oh yeah, it's here. So this will allow my Volto Infested to do more damage. So even if you're going bunkers, this is a good idea to get anyway. Well, this view is relatively upright. That's why I can actually push here with my infested. Of course, I'm not actually affected by Vertigo because I'm Stukov. But I am able to clear out this area here. You can see this one I wasn't watching. I wasn't watching my ally try to take care of this Slate Elemental, and they are doing a lot of damage. The nice thing is that the symbiotes, even though the Bruliks are cutting it back, the symbiotes are still dealing the damage that they need to. You can see we can follow them around. Yeah, they're better off killing this thing, because that will free Abathur's Mutalisks. You can see that they did kill off the Slate Elemental, and the Brutalisk, the deep tunnel of Brutalisk is really nice. They can go anywhere and reinforce any position. And with their symbiotes, they're basically 3 Kerrigans, as I mentioned before. Here comes the second hybrid wave, and my allies Brutalisk come out and reinforce my Apocalypse once again. And yeah, those guys stand no chance versus four giant Zerg. You can see they go down instantly. Well, not instantly. With little effort, they do go down. Oh, these guys are gonna time out. Rip. Oh, he's getting a Leviathan. That's nice. That's really nice. So we are pushing through this area. I do sort of right-click the Alexander, so it will move past everything. Just clear out all these guys. The unfortunate thing is I didn't see that it was actually feared, so it sort of stopped right here, and they didn't see what else was happening. While that was going on, I didn't see that there were I didn't see that there were lurkers, but yeah, that is why I sort of well, I'm gonna start the starport at some point, but not right now apparently. For the time being, I just sort of stood the Alexander here, which was a mistake. I should have sent it here at this area. My ally is getting overseers finally. He did notice that as well. Yeah, I'm also making my starport. We are trying to deal with the cloaked units as well as we can. I'm also getting the infested upgrade. Well, actually, I just finished it. I'm also getting the armor upgrade for the bunkers, as well as the aggressive incubation for Stukov's infest structure. I'm also getting a little wall here of bunkers. You see my ally being helpful, intercept this attack wave with his Brulisks. Wait, does he have? Wait, now he has 3. There he goes. He is clearing house. Very much appreciated. Now, where is he looking?
Is there no end to this elemental vermin?
Let's follow his camera to see what he's doing. Oh wow, he's oversaturated here. I wonder why. Oh, he has Artanis. He has an Artanis announcer. That's funny. Meanwhile, I'm just sort of, yeah, using my infested to clear out this bonus. Let's follow my camera. What am I doing? Yeah, I'm getting bunkers apparently. Yeah, I'm sort of just following this infested around. It doesn't really matter that it traps my units because the volatile infested are there to clear everyone else out. You can see, as soon as they get trapped, the infested leap at it right away. Yeah, I'm not really losing anything. I'm just throwing the free infested at it. Oh, there's an attack wave here. And I sort of save my buildings by using the infest structure so that the enemy will aggro onto the broodlings instead of my actual bunkers. Of course, I do already have that that calcified armor upgrade for my bunkers. Okay, just as that bonus goes down, the next wave is active, and I do use the Apocalypse once again. You may not see it; it's right here, this thing here. That was disorienting even on the replay. So I apologize for that. I am trying to move my screen as minimally as possible so that I will reduce the amount of disorientingness of this mutation. So I am once again pushing through, and you can see my allies making more Mulisks, and I am making more bunkers. And we are pushing forward onto this base. You can see my allies' Brulisks are just charging on through with help of oh, that Viper abducted that that Devourer. Oh, he lost a... Yeah, Spore Crawlers are brutal here. You can see it already has 2 kills, and those are both expensive Abathur units. Because I didn't make any areas this game. Except the Overseers, of course. Okay, Stukov just does that lie whenever I burrow a bunch, or whenever I root a bunch of bunkers, but I didn't actually lose anything. So my ally is pushing into this base. We will go for the full clear. Oh, he did ask! He did ask whether they wanted to go for the full clear, but I didn't actually see that. Because everything was getting so hectic here. Let's check the frame rate. Yeah, I'm down to 10. The full Stukov experience down to 10 frame rates, even though I have just upgraded to the new Core i7 CPU. And we are clearing out the space. I don't actually know what's happening, but we did win this engagement. You see Alexander is just... It has 3 kills, but it's dropping more and more infested onto the enemy units. 4 kills. That's really nice. 5. So the kills here, I'm assuming, are just the... Oh, 7. I'm just assuming the kills here are the Alexander itself, not the free infested it spawns, because I do think that it does kill more than that. That's what I would assume, at least. I could be wrong, but that's what I would think. You see, I stopped macroing here because I already won. But yeah, we are clearing out the space and get the full clear of this mutation. GG, calls my ally.
And so ends Rakshir.
There we go. So, Stukov makes it easy as long as you put bunkers at the right timing or at the right spots and save your top bars for the right moments, not just save it as a panic button. Anyway, as you can see here in the score screen, I did kill a lot more than Abathur, and that is the power of Stukov. He has no micro. He just redirect the site emitter and the infested just go there automatically. Anyway, you had a lot of great comments last week. Samuel suggests that I use Mirages as Carax to follow Zagara. That's actually a nice suggestion. The only thing is that Zagara can and should have Scourge and Hunter killers ready beforehand. Also, it seems to be a waste of Carax's money, which I personally think is better spent on static defense, energizers, and upgrades anyway. If I were Zagara, I would actually appreciate an Observer even more, since it's cloaked and it provides detection. Zaxton disagrees with my Warbringer first build on minor evac. Well, the infested actually stop to shoot, so they sort of bunch up within range of my Colossus. They don't have to be tightly packed, especially since Warbringer's air damage is quite large in fact. Carriers might technically have more DPS, but more of it is wasted in the interceptors flying around and looking for targets. Besides, this was a run where I specifically wanted units other than carriers because those are Phoenix's most often used units. Silas does not like flipping out, you and me both. I apologize to everyone who experienced discomfort watching my videos. Believe me when I say that I hated doing this mutation, because it is so disorienting and annoying. However, I do think that A-move commanders like Artanis and Vorazun do make Vertigo less impactful, so if you get carsick and want to get that bounty anyway, those may be your best options. Anyway, thank you all for your comments. I read them all each week, even the critical ones. If you have any more questions, ideas, and feedback, please post them as comments down below and I'll do my best to respond next week. See you!